Trump has made America safe again.
He is the most transparent president.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack.
To tolerate crime, but you chose law and order. President, your first 100 days has far exceeded that of any other presidency in this country. I've never seen anything like it.
President Trump, the greatest president in American history.
They fired them back with the punch.
How much more
3 and out and not much choice but to get
Does she
rid
need
of the
to
ball.
sneak into the Oval at night and polish all of his gold?
He will
The
not
reality
make a
is,
fair
Donald
catch.
Trump and
Field the
Todd
punt
Blanche
and bring
believe
it
that
back.
with Pam Bondi out of the picture,
gonna
the
get
scandal
loose.
of the Epstein files will now be out of the picture too. That somehow, that's all it takes to wipe the slate clean, and for the whole world to forget the cold-blooded cover-up that's going on for the Well, I hate to burst your pedophile-protecting bubble, but you can't simply relocate someone and let all of your problems go away.
Football in an elevator with them and lose.
Convicted sex predator Ghislaine Maxwell was transferred from a federal prison in Florida to the Bryan Federal Correctional Facility in Texas, outside of Houston. Last week, Deputy Attorney General Todd Blanche interviewed Maxwell for 2 days.
That's right, 2 full days, which was apparently more than enough time for Todd Blanche to realize that he spent decades operating the sex trafficking ring deserves some better treatment. Whether it's Todd Blanche, Lee Zeldin, or this President, Attorney General Brian Kilmeade, all the same questions over the Epstein files will remain. And in a couple of weeks, the House Oversight Committee, led by Republican truth seeker James Comer, will get to ask some of those questions of Pam Bondi herself, because Bondi is scheduled to sit for a deposition on April 14th. And if you think just because Bondi got fired that she won't have to feel the wrath of Comer's questions, well then, you might be right. A spokesperson for Comer said, quote, since Pam Bondi is no longer Attorney General, Chairman Comer will speak with Republican members and the Department of Justice about the status of the deposition subpoena and confer on next steps. Which feels like a pretty casual approach to justice coming from a man who said this about the Epstein files.
We sincerely want to get to the truth of the American people and justice for the survivors. That's what this investigation is about. On the Oversight Committee is to get the truth to the American people. The Oversight Committee remains committed to accountability and transparency for the American people and for Epstein's victims.
We are about to witness just how much James really cares about accountability for Epstein's victims. Because if he decides that there's no need for Pam Bondi to testify on April 14th, he will show himself to be just as much of a fraud as Pam Bondi herself, and Cash Patel, and Jen Bongino, and Todd Blanche. People who have stood before the American people vowing to bring justice, but in the end, use their immense power and influence to protect pedophiles, not the victims. So these people can try and plug up as many holes with their fingers as they want, and sooner or later, the information is going to come. And when it does, the world will see them as disgusting and vile human beings. They don't deserve to have power, or influence, or authority in Washington, D.C., or anywhere else, for that matter. As far as I'm concerned, there is only one place they belong.
Thrown in the garbage.
Pickup of 10 and a first down.
This guy's in the Heisman picture because his stats are just ridiculous, and he threw for over 300 yards last game out. He's putting up another monster game here today, guys.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line.
Wow.
There's over here calling Reese at 1 o'clock in the morning.
What are you calling Reese at 1 o'clock?
They go to the ground. He's in open space downfield.
Yeah, it's first time.
They get him stopped, but the big gain has him on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13.
And that's another productive run. This offense has had a bunch of them today, and the running back, I think this league was built on this guy. He's done a great job all game long, setting the tone, and I think that's why this offense is successful.
They get him stopped at the 2. It'll be 1st and goal. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense.
They'll
try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown LSU.
There's a play right here.
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
Over. All right.
Lining up to add another.
And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger.
Go upstairs. Let's go to your room. Go know how to be down here. Go upstairs to your room.
Deal with the short touchdown run from the 2.
That way you know that way.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So here is the Tennessee offense. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. To the air, it's Aguilar. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And the DB forcing the incomplete pass with the deflection.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. The Volunteers will call on their punt team. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. They'll start this drive at their own 48. They'll move the tight end. Looking to throw on 1st down. Grab behind the line. It's Durham. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Here comes the heat. That's caught. It's Thomas. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33. They'll snap it from the 34 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. Makes a connection. And he'll be run out of bounds, and these guys are piling up some serious yardage totals. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Looking for a man. It's Nussmeier. Looking to get it in. And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the 3rd quarter. Guys, LSU has the lead here. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Pushes ahead. Touchdown, Tigers! And they take it in for 6 more points. You can see it on the sideline. They built a comfortable 4th quarter lead, and they know they're going to go 11-0.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conserved, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not. Going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
Tennessee ready to go to work the big orange offense on the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. They'll start this drive going to the air. Makes the grab. It's Jackson. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. And the Volunteers with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. The short hands, it's Smith. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Screen pass just not working there. You figure at this point of the game, trailing, you're going to have to be more aggressive and take some shots. You usually run screen passes when you think there's going to be a blitz, but because the defense has the lead, they're just sitting back and playing big zones.
Such a big part to convert these third downs, and they got it at the 42. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just dribbled through his fingers.
You know, it's one thing to take shots early in a game when the defense may not be expecting it, but at this point, 4th quarter, you're trailing by a lot. They know you're going to do it, and the defense was expecting that one. Great job in the back end.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Bring in the heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the 4th quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
Caught near the sticks. It's Jefferson. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a 1st down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
He wants to throw it again. With the catch, it's Smith. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. They'll go 4 wide, twin receivers on either side on 2nd and 6. Looking to fire. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. From the gun, the running back has it. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Keep it on the ground. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed the rocket. Threw it in there. Great job, great catch.
Lets it fly. Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive. He'll try to take it back. Finally brought down, but what a play. Not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
Well, the offense turns it over, and talking to their coaching staff before this game, they talked about how important it was to have good ball security and not give the opponent extra possessions. That time, poor decision by the quarterback, and the defense made them pay.
Grabbed over the middle, it's Dodson. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the 1st down. The offense has it 1st and 10 from the 42. Wants to throw on 1st down. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield. The Vols have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Got it behind the line. It's Smith. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And I don't like the play call, guys. Screen pass at this point of the game against the defense playing big zones, prevent, trying to keep the ball in front. It's just not going to work. You've got to take shots offensively.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. Shakes off the defender. Brought down at the 37-yard line, and this defense denies them on 3rd down. And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. This is going to have to be unleashed from 54 yards out. That is no good. Hoping to cut into that lead, and they did not. The lead is huge.
Hey, sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. And the Tigers can really attack on this 2nd and short. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. Got the 1st down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. They're going to ride this running back. There he goes. Pushed out of bounds at the 39-yard line. A big pickup on that run. LSU with the 1st and 10 here. Running back searching for a hole. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
Wide receiver going in motion. Wants to throw. It's Van Buren. The sure hands. It's Hill. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the 1st down.
You know, the defense, they just haven't been able to find an answer for this guy throughout the course of the game. Obviously, he's got 2 touchdowns, picks up the 1st down there. They've tried doubling him. They've tried man coverage, zone coverage. Nothing working on defense. They can't stop him.
He's brought down just running hard in the red zone, and he'll be just a few inches short. The Tigers have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. And they'll come to the line just needing a few chain links for a 1st down. He was running through tackles and picked up the 1st down and finally got knocked down. The Tigers kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Punts it out of the air. Now the connection takes it to the 11. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. On the run, it's Berry. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, they're just trying to run the ball, but that time there was absolutely nowhere for the running back to go, and as a result, that's a tackle for loss.
Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. Just drives it between the uprights. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind. That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. This has been an old-fashioned fanny paddling, David. I mean, they've just got taken behind the woodshed.
There's nothing to say. This has been an absolute beatdown. Dominated from the start, Jesse, to almost the finish now. They have done nothing right.
Everyone's going to have a real hard look at themselves, I think, this week after watching the film and practice. And they've just got to take accountability. They have to understand, man for man in this offense, they've got to do a better job next time they're on the field.
Grab near the sticks. It's Jefferson. They'll wrestle him down just short of the 1st down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. And the Vols come to the line trying to find a way to convert on 3rd and very short. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Here's a heat. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
Makes the grab, and they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
I want to make sure I know where the playmakers are. And I can't let guys like this guy slip out of the backfield and make big plays against me. Good job being aware that they can throw the ball to the running back, closing space, and getting that fast dude on the ground.
At this point of the game in the 4th quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
They send the tight end in motion. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
Number 98 in punt formation to kick it away.
Hunt is on its way. And there will be no return on this one, and he can't get it out of bounds. The ball will come out to the 20. Plenty of fireworks in this one, a lot of points. They always talk about having the chalk last, and it seemed like whoever was on offense had the last laugh.
Yeah, it's amazing how much offense has just boomed in college football. So good, so many ways to hurt you, and you saw both of these offenses put on a show today, Jess.
Dave, we talked to both of these coaching staffs, and their defensive coordinators were losing sleep all week. They knew this was going to be a tough task ahead of them. So much speed, so much firepower on both of these offenses. And, man, we saw that here today.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.